The first question is about sleep. People ask, is it possible to sleep better? What am I doing wrong? Okay, I'm looking for better sleeping tips. Does anybody have any suggestions? Now, when it comes to sleeping, there's effectively 3 different things that I like to tell people to do that have a very massive impact on your ability to, number 1, get to sleep, and number 2, stay asleep. Okay, there are two aspects of sleep that are very important in order for you to feel rested and actually be recovered so that you can use your brain and use your body effectively the next day. Okay. The first thing that I like to tell people to do is to make a bedtime routine. Okay. The world in which we live has become increasingly complicated over the course of time. Social media works a number on our brain. It increases anxiety and it increases this feeling of missing out on life because so many other people are doing so many other cool things and you're not, because you're just sitting in front of your couch doing nothing. Okay. This can work a number of challenging emotional processes inside of your brain that can lower your self-esteem and that can make you feel like you are an inadequate person in comparison to other people. This, in turn, can also make it such that when you go to sleep, your mind is constantly cranking and thinking about what should I do? What can I do? Am I living my best life? What should I do at work? How can I talk to these people? How come this friendship isn't working out properly? My mom's coming into town. What do I do here? Am I exercising enough? And it's hard to turn that chatter off. Making a bedtime routine is one of the most powerful things that you can do to actually tell that chatter to at least subside, if not completely go away. And a bedtime routine is something that's very simple to construct. What I like to do is, number 1, take a very warm shower about 30 minutes to 60 minutes before I go to sleep. When you take a nice warm shower, you actually dilate blood vessels and it causes blood flow to move to your extremities. And that's a good thing because it causes your blood vessels to dilate and it increases blood flow to all of your extremities. As soon as you are done with your shower, you actually change your environment from a warm environment to a slightly cooler environment. And as a result of that, blood vessels in your extremities contract. They contract and they send blood back to your internal viscera, which is your digestive tissue. And then it also sends blood back to your brain. And that's a good thing because it allows your brain to actually calm down. So if you can simply take a warm shower and get into a more meditative state and relax, the change in temperature plus the opportunity for your brain to slow down just a little bit can help. Number 2, prior to performing that bedtime routine, go and exercise. Use your body, like I mentioned earlier. When you use your body, you actually are able to deplete your internal battery charge. So if you envision yourself as waking up with 100% battery charge, and over the course of the day, that battery becomes less and less charged, by the time you get to bed, presumably the charge is relatively small. Exercise is something that helps you deplete your battery, and that's actually a good thing because that means that by the time you go to bed, you'll actually be very sleepy, and it'll be a signal for both your muscles and your brain to calm down. Number 3, using guided meditations is very powerful. For people that have a difficult time falling asleep, you can go find an app on the App Store. Just literally type in guided meditation, and there are a number of different apps that you can download. A guided meditation is a meditation that has some very calming music in the background and somebody's voice speaking in the foreground. And the voice usually does something like a body scan and has you pay attention to the top of your head and then shift your focus down to your eyes and then down to your nose and then down to your mouth and so on and so forth. And by the time you get all the way to your feet, chances are you're going to be asleep. Every single time I put on a guided meditation, I'm usually asleep within 3 minutes. I can't even really get below my neck because by that point, I'm so relaxed that I fall asleep very quickly. So when I've given this recommendation to other people, they implement it immediately and find that it helps them get to sleep. And then if you happen to wake up in the middle of the night, put on another guided meditation and use that to fall back asleep again. And if you get into this pattern of developing a bedtime routine, plus exercising during the day, plus using guided meditations before sleep, it can be a very, very, very powerful way to calm your mind down and to keep you asleep when you do. This video was just a snippet of a much more in-depth discussion. Click on the link on the screen to check out the full-length episode. Now, the science behind health is overly complicated, unfortunately, but getting healthy doesn't have to be. Visit masteringdiabetes.org/start. Answer some questions about yourself and schedule a free consultation to talk with somebody on our team who's going to show you exactly how we've transformed the lives of thousands of people using the Mastering Diabetes method. We have a limited number of spots available, and that's why it's imperative to find a good fit. Again, visit masteringdiabetes.org/start to schedule a free zero commitment discovery call and start taking control of your health today.